Assalamu alaikum friends. Today we will be talking about how to how to connect joystick with Arduino Mega 2560. So I have written a little code. You can easily understand it. It's just so simple a code. Uh, on a joystick we have three things on it. The first one is the x-axis and the y1. The second is y-axis, and the third is button. When we move our joystick up, down, on left side, the joystick gives different values. So we have to read those values on x and y axis, and similarly on uh, the if, whether the button is pressed or not. Let us start with writing this code. Then I will show you how you can um, connect your joystick with Arduino. So here first of all we have a constant J button. Actually we have uh, connected our the button pin to the 22nd digital pin of Arduino, and here we make a note as an input for reading the x-axis values, and a1 as an input for the y-axis values, and we have we have a button at 22nd pin as an input, and we start. Actually we have to see the values, how our x-axis and y-axis values change when we uh, move our joystick. So we have to also initiate serial communication, so we can easily see it on serial monitor. It is here. Our infinite loop starts, and uh, we read values from a node. At a node, the x-axis of the joystick is connected, and at a1 the y-axis of joystick is connected. So after reading these values, we just serially print it on serial monitor, and here it is y, and we can use this code, this just little code, to see if the button is pressed or not. So we can just write digital read J button. It will read the state of 22nd pin, as we have already defined it as a, say, 22. J button equals 22. So actually here you can see that if digital read button is low, actually when the button is low, it is actually showing the button is not pressed. Like, if the button is not pressed, the output is 1, and if it is pressed, the output is low. So if output is low, then the button is pressed, and else if button is not pressed, the button we can just simply write button is not pressed. And this is a delay just to easily see the change in the values. So that's it. After uploading this sketch on Arduino, we can see how the values in the values are changing. So here I bring it here. So here you can see that if I am changing the joystick, so you can see the values of x and y axis changing. If you move it up, the y axis value goes high, and if you bring it low, accordingly slowly, so you can see the y value is changing down to 0. And similarly, if you move it to the left most, the x-axis value goes higher, and slowly if you move it towards right, the x-axis values goes until 0. And if you press the button here, you can So if we press the button, it shows the button is pressed, and if we release it, so the button not pressed, right? So that's it from my side. Then I will be showing you the video of how it is actually working.